Hi, everyone. This is Stephen Bauer, CEO of the Guest House of Milwaukee. For decades, Guest House of Milwaukee has been here for our neighbors, providing shelter, housing, and the support needed to break the cycle of homelessness. We're not just offering a bed for the night. We're helping people rebuild their lives through case management, housing navigation, mental health, and addiction counseling. You can help us make a difference. Learn more at guesthouseofmilwaukee.org, and together we can ensure everyone has a place to call home.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune into Kyle Bruston Nortman from 2 to 5 every day. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. It's time for the best 60 minutes of your life. This is the Homer Hour, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. Alongside former Badger and Packer Gary Ellerson, here's Emmy Award winner Homer.
Minutes of your day, the Gary Ellerson Homer Hour. We talked after the Packer game. I was excited about the second half after the first half was so bad, and I'm just ready to roll it out. Let's see what happens. I expect them to beat the Carolina Panthers. I have not gotten the official word from anyone. The Packers, is it 13.5 or 14.5? I'm almost sure it's 13.5. They like to keep it just a little short of the touchdowns. And I don't know the site. There's got to be one where you get all the gambling history of home teams as a 13.5 point favorite. How do they do in terms of winning the game? We had 3 guesses yesterday. We had 5, 8, and 10%, I think. Pebble had one, I had one, and Brian Bulaga had one. So we had those 3. And I apologize. Somebody will know. There used to be a site that would put all that information up. With AI, there has to be somebody that's giving you the information on what the history is of various point spreads in the NFL. And this is home team favored by 13.5 as far as winning the game. And I find that information valuable because people need to understand the history of a team that big a favorite at home over the last 60 years. So that it might vary a little based on if you had an injury situation or something. But in general, there's a number that tells everyone how confident you should be when you're playing in the NFL and you're favored by 2 touchdowns at home, because there's some consistency to the NFL, more so than even college football. And the way you know that is the amount, this is another site you could probably go to if it exists, the amount that the sports books in Vegas or anywhere will allow you to bet. Unless you're a known professional, I believe they'll let you bet as much as $100,000 on an NFL game, which tells you that, 1, they get a lot of money, and 2, they're pretty comfortable with the number that they have. On the other hand, the last time I was in Vegas and we did an event, I think it was the Golden Nugget, someone that asked, well, for a single NBA game, what's the maximum? And they said $5,000. Wait a minute. I could bet $100,000 on an NFL game, only $5,000 on one NBA game. To which I said, that tells me that the people deciding the lines are much more confident in their call for an NFL game than they are for a NBA regular season game. Then it was 16 versus 82. And the answer from the person in charge of the sports book was, you said that, I didn't. So my point is that you would never make the same kind of confidence about how teams do in an NBA game regular season versus this based on, again, how bookies or sports books react, telling you that the way they act means we have a pretty good idea that that's an appropriate number, because when they come out with their immediate number, and I think I'm assuming, and I have not seen any information, but I'm assuming gambling will become even more difficult as the result of artificial intelligence, AI, and the ability to put together even larger amounts of statistics to make it even more unlikely that the sports book will have what they call as a bad line for whatever reason. But I haven't seen that yet. The Gary Ellerson Homer Hour. Is Gary still on assignment?
He's still on assignment, Homer. He's having some connection issues.
Oh, I guess that's going to be on me because I'm the one who kind of set everything up. But so I'm curious what the issue is. Fisco Auto Body, tell you about it because you like them and then you like me. Here's how it works. You listen to me. Fisco Auto Body, it's a family business owned since 1931. It's not what they do, it's who they are. And they still own the business. They still work. And so that means you are getting the Fiscos doing the work on your car. And what that means is they're going to be really good because they've been doing it a long time. Imagine how early they start doing this in their family business. Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin. Expert workmanship guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. Any damage, Fisco has you covered. Fisco. So you remember the name. Now we have two options. Pebble, we could play Fat Jack and then do the rest of the show with Gary. We could take a break. How comfortable are you with his current situation?
We could probably take a break, Homer.
Let's take a break. We're on the line. Homer, having set things up with the equipment for Gary, it's worked 100% for the past few weeks. Right now, no. Take two next.
More of the Homer Hour coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Seen some delays southbound 43 heading past Good Hope Road. Then you're back on the brakes from Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette and over the high rise, slowing down again from Beecher Street down to the KK River crossing. Northbound 41 backing up from Mayfair Road all the way up past Burleigh. Southbound slow from the county line to Good Hope, Appleton Avenue all the way down towards Capitol Drive. Eastbound 94, watch out for backups from 84th Street to 35th. Westbound 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, a chance for scattered showers, mostly cloudy, a low of 37. Tomorrow, scattered showers, some possible graupel, partly sunny skies, otherwise a high of 48. Weather is brought to you by Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more. Easy and affordable apparel personalization with no minimums and fast turnaround. For all your printing needs, bigfrog.com/Mequon. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Greg Matzek, Gary Ellerson, the day after reaction show you need in your life.
Who benefits the most from Micah Parsons being on the field?
Secondary. Keyshawn Nick.
It's Potawatomi Sportsbook Football Mondays with Greg and Gary.
If you're a quarterback, you've got to get the football out of your hands before you really want to do it. I mean, everybody's getting their wealth with this, but to me, I think it's really the guys in the secondary.
Live from the Potawatomi Sportsbook Studios from 6 to 8 p.m. every Monday on 94.5 ESPN.
I've been to my fair share of green and gold games, and the best way to get there is with AccuTrans Group. At Good Karma Brands and ESPN Milwaukee, we use AccuTrans Group to get our partners to and from Green Bay, and it's always first class. From stadiums to concerts and tailgates, your game day fun starts the moment you step on board. Sit back, relax, and let their professional chauffeurs handle the traffic while you enjoy the ride. AccuTrans Group is Milwaukee's premier ground transportation, available 24/7 with sedans, SUVs, limos, vans, and buses. Book today at AccuTransGroup.com.
Homer here from ESPN Milwaukee. What makes living at Three Pillars so special? Let's hear from my friend Dave.
The campus is beautiful. For me, nature is my church, and I love being outside. We live by the Bark River, and it's calming. It just calms my soul. I just love it. A lot of the people, I'm talking about 100-year-old people, 90 years old, say they credit Three Pillars with living longer.
Penalty flags? Not here. Carbless is the clean play that every football fan can agree on. With 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and just 100 calories, you get all the flavor without the penalty. Whether you're tailgating outside the stadium, hosting a crew at home, or watching solo in your lucky jersey, Carbless brings premium cocktails right into the huddle. Made to be refreshingly delicious and game day ready, Carbless keeps fans cheering from kickoff to the final whistle. So this season, skip the sugar, skip the carbs, and make the winning call. Find your bliss with Carbless.
Did you forget the first day of school is this week and little Nancy still needs her name embroidered on her backpack? Or the company shirts are due now, not next week? Maybe the boss just declared Steve's retirement party is today and the shirts are mandatory? Whatever the rush, Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more in Mequon has got you covered. With fast turnarounds, no minimums, eco-friendly printing, and high-quality custom apparel, Big Frog brings your custom ideas to life fast. Stop by Big Frog in Mequon or visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, where your ideas leap to life.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
This is the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I can't do nothing right. I can't take it. What can I say? I pack my bag and get away.
Fat Jack every Friday at the end of the show. Right now we're going to play it early so we get as much Gary Ellison as possible when he's no longer on assignment. Friday at the end means a chat with Fat Jack. I don't know that I watch games anymore. You go to fatjacksports.com, in which I'm not thinking of him. Miami stinks, but they're a home dog of more than 7. I know that's what Fat Jack believes in. He gives us the numbers, but maybe sometimes you don't do it, or do you play an approach and know that it's not 100%? I've given you my versions. Now, Fat Jack, you take it.
Yeah, you don't. You're not going to win with it every time. It's about behavior, though, Homer. If you start playing.
Sorry, Fat Jack, you're no Gary Ellison. Joining us now, he's no longer on assignment, is Gary Ellison. I have to take some responsibility because I set it up and I thought it's foolproof, but clearly not. But it got done. Good evening, Gary Ellison. You got it going, right?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. I want to know if you've changed. After the game, you were not really that excited about the Green Bay Packers, not as much as I was, because to me, after the way they played the first half, kicking butt in the second half says this team, they got it. I don't know that I can count on it every week. You still have some reservation and are not yet sold on how good they are. Is that accurate?
See, no, that's not. See, there you go.
All right.
making stuff up.
That's
once
why
again.
I ask you to explain. Go ahead. Tell us how you feel about the Green Bay Packers.
You know I love you. I love you so much. There you go. You just be making stuff up.
Fine. Clear it up.
Throw your boy under the bus. I mean, I thought out of all the dudes that you got on the radio, I thought I was the number one dude that you love the most. And you, right off the bat, throw me on the bus. I did not say anything like that. I'm just trying to stop you from jumping off the cliff because you proclaimed right away on a post-game show, Gary, 6-1-1.
Yeah.
5-1-1 or wherever the number is.
No, it'll be 6-1-1 after they beat Carolina.
No, not will be. You had already proclaimed
yes, on the Homer standings, it is 6-1-1.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
You had already proclaimed that. I'm trying to stop you from jumping off the cliff and trying to slow you down. There's still a lot of work to be done. Yes,
I think there's work to be done. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, they're a better football team. They are. But they're still not there yet, Homer. They're still making a lot of mistakes. Listen, if they play, let's say Carolina, they should beat, right? But if they play against, and I hate doing this, Philadelphia like they did against Pittsburgh, they lose that game.
Wow, that's a great game. But even as well as they played in the second half?
Yeah, because I think they get down in the first half by a greater margin.
All right. I can see that.
I mean, Pittsburgh's kicking field goals when they should have been making
touchdowns. Yeah.
And then to me, that was a difference in the game. It gave an opportunity to come back in the second half. And so to me, I still think it's a work in progress. Special teams, Homer, has to get better. Special teams can't cause you to lose a game. Now, I don't know what happened with McManus, and I don't know if he's going to kick this week or whatever they say.
He's still questionable, I believe, but I think he is going to kick this week too.
Yeah, and I haven't listened to the press conference or anything like that, but we've got to make the kicks, right? You can't fumble, punt returns. Special teams right now are not where we need for them to be if you're looking to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I think that you got a good kicker, and I expect him to recover. And if he doesn't, I think we got a backup who's not as guaranteed, but would appear to be serviceable. Right? Are you going to get scared if they have to put John Havlicek as the kicker instead of the starter?
You don't know what you don't know. When you
I know there's an unknown that he could go back to being Mr. Practice Squad. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what he is. I mean, McManus is a Super Bowl kicker.
Yeah, he's first class.
Yeah, I don't know what this guy here is. I mean, I know he can teach a little school in that. But I don't know about kicking in Lambeau in December trying to win you some playoffs games.
There's an iffy part there that you would have to live with. It's not the way either of us would want to go.
No.
But there's a certain level of confidence that he has earned based on the way he has handled it so far.
No, you're right. You're right, home team. No doubt about it. 61-yarder, right? The longest in Packer history. You can hang your hat on that, most certainly. And he didn't flinch at all. But as you get later in December, games start meaning a little bit more. The ball just don't go as far as it normally goes. The wind starts swirling around. The contests get a little bit more important. I think your butt Parker's up just a little tighter.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But, I mean, it's not like I don't – if we were worried, we'd be saying they got to go out and find somebody else. We're not, because we're already there. I mean, we got a kicker. We got no, but I'm saying if it appeared the kicker was going to be out, McManus for a while, I would then still be willing to go with Havlicek without looking elsewhere.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. No doubt about it. Yeah.
All right, back to
It was great seeing you at Potawatomi on Monday night. That was a nice treat.
It is. It's nice. It's a great place. They have they'll have the World Series game on. If you haven't been there, go to it. I mean, every player, if they put it on the big screen, looks bigger than Andre the Giant.
Yeah, sportsbook is unbelievable.
Yes. And again, they'd like you to gamble. It's a sports book, understandably so. Yeah. But I'm telling you, it is a great sports experience. And I give them a lot of credit because they've got great viewing. They got great tables. They got great food. They're They're making sure everything is tops, and sometimes at sports books that doesn't happen because they think they're coming here either way because they're going to come to gamble, and it's a sports book. And Padua is like, no, we're giving you the best of everything. And I love to say this because go down there, and if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Because you know what I know for sure? They aren't going to do that.
No. No doubt, my friend.
All right. Back to the Packers. Even if they lost to Carolina, I still like them.
No, they can't lose.
They can't?
No. You just, I mean, if you're looking to get to the Super Bowl, and here's why I say they can't lose. I mean, they can lose if things go awry. But if you're looking to get to the Super Bowl, Homer.
Yes, I'm listening. I'm ready.
These are the games that you have to win when you have the better football team. And they have the better football team.
All right, let me answer this.
Now, I'm not looking for
let me ask you the follow-up. They lose to Carolina and then beat Philly and then beat the Eagles. Then what are you going to say about them?
You just shake your head. I mean, you just know they're not ready yet.
But you know how good they are.
But the whole NFL right now is not ready yet, right? I mean, in the beginning, it was the Packers. Everybody loved them after the first two games. Right. Then the Eagles had a little run. The Kansas City Chiefs were bad.
No, it's Kansas City now.
They're ascending. Yeah, now it's Kansas City. They're back. And then you look around, and as of last night, people now started liking the Ravens again.
Yeah, but
Lamar Jackson.
Indiana, I got to watch the Colts.
Then the Colts now they're making some noise with Jonathan Taylor. Everybody talking about Jonathan Taylor is MVP of the league. I bet the difference. I think Jordan Love is the MVP of the league. But I digress.
Excuse me?
But
Jordan
there's
Love?
a lot of teams.
You got Jordan Love right now as the MVP.
Yeah. No, after 20 completions in a row against them jokers. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Them jokers, by the way, just to help you out there, Pittsburgh with the worst pass defense in the league. Like 32 teams last.
Why does it feel like there's always an addendum every time?
If it exists, I'm going to bring it up.
Either Jordan Love or the Packers do something. There's always some sort of.
Well, no, and I have Jordan Love up at the top. I just don't have him at the MVP. He's MVP
but
level.
Why is there an addendum? Those guys get paid too, right?
Yeah, but it's not like one game. They've played a number of games, and
but I don't want to. But I hate the little label you try to attach to it.
Really?
I don't care. You went on the road in the NFL in a hostile environment.
All
one
those
of the blue
things
blood
are true.
franchises in the NFL, and you beat a Aaron Rodgers led team, which meant a lot to the NFL and to a lot of other people.
Right.
To silence the noise. He did that. They did that.
Now, I want to mention that I would say all that stuff, but then I got to add, you do know that unlike the past when Pittsburgh had good defenses, they have the worst pass defense in the league. Now, normally after I say that, I would go like, I could complete passes against them, and then you really go off on me like, come on, why do you got to go there? So I'm not going to go there. But I don't lead with that because I think you're right. All the stuff you mentioned is more important. But understanding, I think, that people would assume that the defense of Pittsburgh is pretty good because it usually is. Dead last, they are giving up 273 yards per game passing. And I want to address that because Brian Bulaga was concerned about the running game based on what he saw. And I said, I'm not. They scored every time in the second half a touchdown, and this team's pass defense is horrible, so I'm going to pass against them. But, I want their running game to be a little bit better. But
they gave a bunch of rushing yards, too, before that, though.
Yes.
Their defense.
Yes. They're just bad. I don't it's like
but see, here's what and Homer, you've been doing this for about 50 years.
I have, yes, that's correct.
Yeah, yep. And you know better than anybody else. You need to start reading them numbers because those numbers don't mean nothing because it was about Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love. Throw it out. Whenever we played the Chicago Bears in the 80s, they were going to the Super Bowl every year, but it didn't mean they had a better team, but it didn't mean nothing. Throw it out. You can't use numbers. It's a much more important game than just numbers.
It is, but like back in that era, they kicked your butt, and about as expected, like the numbers would have said.
No, if you go back and look at the numbers,
I know you had a couple close games. I give you that.
If you go back and look at the numbers,
and that's division.
They were the Super Bowl winning team.
Correct.
There was no butt kicking going on there.
Yeah, but that's a division.
And now they won the game, but we won the fight.
All right, I'll give you that.
Okay.
Right.
Get it straight.
Well, Pittsburgh didn't win any fight. How's Pittsburgh looking at that game?
Neither.
They got their butts kicked.
Yeah.
In the second half.
Yeah, they did. Rightly so. Led by Jordan Love.
We dispute whether that should be a part of the discussion, not where it should fit. If I lead with it, then you have a right to say, you people. But if I finish with it, you have to give a proper assessment of how the Packers offense played. And they played great, and Jordan Love played great.
They did.
But Pittsburgh got some problems. And they've had problems the whole year. And
I'm not. It feels like to me you're trying to downplay the significance of the win in Pittsburgh by giving me all this other stuff.
How do you not mention
it? Feels like because I think it's not.
You mentioned their overall record, right?
Who's that?
The Pittsburgh. When you assess Pittsburgh and the Packers are playing.
No, this was a special game. The records don't matter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that Pittsburgh-Green Bay game was record didn't matter. Pittsburgh could have been could have lost every game this year until they played the Packers. I still say throw the record book out. Doesn't mean anything. It's a special game. You know that, Homer.
I give that.
What time was that game on?
I give it 7:30. It's Sunday night.
On the what?
But it's the premier game. It's the top game.
Okay. Right.
That's from an entertainment standpoint. I can guarantee you this. They did not anticipate that Pittsburgh's defense was as horrible as it is. But, yes, you have Jordan Love against – didn't matter from an entertainment standpoint.
Yeah. No.
We're not just entertainers, sir. We are educators. Edutainers is what I like to call us. What?
Yeah. It was about Jordan Love. It was about Aaron Rodgers.
Right. And that was
Rodgers done beat every team in the NFL but the Green Bay Packers, all that mess.
It's a slam dunk for the Packers. If you had hoped for something for this game, you couldn't have hoped for any better than what you got, right?
Absolutely. For the NFL, no doubt about it.
And for the Packers. And for Jordan Love.
Yes.
If he is going to throw, so whenever they talk about that game, the Packers dominating the second half, and what are you going to lead with? And this is what I would do if I was Jordan Love and I met Aaron Rodgers. I said, Aaron, just curious, you ever throw complete 20 passes in a row?
No, Brett Favre did though.
And then I would say, and if you had, how would you feel if you'd done it against Tom Brady?
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, Jordan Love owns it. Aaron Rodgers has no answer. None.
Well,
he did a historic performance on the road. It's not Aaron Rodgers' fault because it's not defense.
Then it becomes small fry because get back to me, rookie, when you get a Super Bowl, okay?
Well, he can. Then you can say that.
Yeah, that's what. If I'm Rodgers, you come talking that mess.
Fine.
That's okay. Individual stuff. You get back to me. Get back to me when you got 3 MVPs.
Can I ask you one other thing, Aaron? How would you have felt if in the first game against Brett Favre, you had completed 20 passes in a row?
How would
you have felt?
You know what? I don't deal with if maybe.
Yes.
But you get back to me when you get 3 MVPs.
Yes.
And when you get a Super Bowl,
you get back to me when you have an answer to that.
Because that's what you're going to be based on at the end of the day, whether you get into the Hall of Fame or not.
Yeah,
no one will know or remember that you completed 20 passes in a row against a team that I played on.
Aaron, that's not entirely true.
If you don't have a Super Bowl,
right? You know who's going to remember?
MVPs.
You know who's going to remember?
No one will know that. No one will know that record unless some other guy comes in behind you and tie it again. Matter of fact, young buck, did you even know that Brett Favre had that record? No, you didn't. But you knew that Brett Favre got a Super Bowl, don't you?
Excellent stuff, four-time MVP. Yeah. But let me tell you, you're wrong when you say no one remembers. Yeah, no one will remember. Because I know this. Two people will remember. I will remember, and you will remember.
Yeah, but no one will remember that stat.
All right. Okay.
Young man.
Thank you. Gary Ellerson and Homer, otherwise known as Jordan Love, and Aaron Rodgers. I can tell you this, as good as Jordan Love might have hoped for the performance against the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers, even he didn't anticipate it would be that good. We'll see if Gary Ellerson agrees with that next.
The Homer Hour is back after this on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Still a little bit slow along southbound 43, basically from Keefe down through the Marquette and over the high rise. You're back on the brakes from Beecher Street all the way down to about the KK River crossing. Northbound, looking pretty good. Westbound 94, seeing delays from 35th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound 94 is starting to slow down from about 84th Street and pretty much taking you all the way past 35th. And southbound 41, still heavy from the county line to Good Hope and south of Appleton Avenue down to about Capitol Drive. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, chance for scattered showers, mostly cloudy, a low of 37. Tomorrow, scattered showers, possible graupel, partly sunny with a high of 48. Weather is brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Did you know Love was born November 2nd? Did you know Love was raised in Bakersfield, California? Did you know Love played college football at Utah State? Are you looking for lots of Love touchdowns the rest of this football season? Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor, where we love being your one-stop shop for everything alcohol-related. With our selection of over 15,000 varieties of beer, wine, liquor, and mixers, all at the lowest prices in town, Discount Liquor has all your tailgating needs covered. We are your football party beverage headquarters. Discount Liquor, 2 locations, Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma and in downtown Waukesha on Barstow and Maine.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
See all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Muskego senior running back Jackson Nemec. In a rivalry showdown with Mukwonago, Nemec scored 4 first-half touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 1 on a 46-yard catch and run, and 1 on a punt return to give Muskego a 35-0 lead at the break. The Warriors would go on to win 38-21, clinching an outright Classic 8 conference title for the first time since 2022. That monster night only adds to a dominant senior campaign. Coming into Week 9, Nemec was averaging nearly 11 yards per carry on just 65 attempts with 8 touchdowns on the ground, and has emerged as the team's leading receiver as well. Nemec's terrific season thus far has garnered the attention of Division I football programs. Congratulations to Muskego's Jackson Nemec, this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
You're listening to the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We're going to get a poll question up that Gary Ellerson approves of, because the last thing we want is a Discount Liquor Twitter poll question and have Gary Ellerson say, you people, you guys, you gals. So that can't happen. But first, he'll tell us about his great partner.
Hey, folks, if you're looking to escape the cold for a bit, head over to Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. It's always golf season in there. You can play over 2,000 courses, including more than 50 right here in Wisconsin. And even that famous one where they hand out the green jackets. You know the one. The simulators are unreal, the food's great, and the Bloody Marys are absolutely incredible. Hand down some of the best you'll find. Bays start at just $35 an hour, Monday through Friday. So grab your buddies today, get that swing back, and book your bay today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
This show is huge and huge on YouTube, where someone just said, hey, Homer, Love threw 20 passes in a row against the Pittsburgh defense, not Rodgers. That may have been I misspoke, but I think we addressed a number of times that Aaron Rodgers did not do it. Jordan Love did it.
Yeah.
I don't know what Rodgers, the most he's completed in a row. Favre 20, Jordan Love 20.
That'd be nice to know. That'd be a fun stat to know.
I'll bet it's 18 or 19. I'll bet it's very close.
I bet it's probably 15.
I just know. I was going to ask you during the break, because I just know I would feel if I was Jordan Love when the game's over.
What's that?
I'd be like, I don't know what's going to happen the rest of my career, and I'm not saying I'll equal yours, but I own this one, dude. I own this one forever.
Well, I mean,
forever.
I think, and it's not just him, right? I think it's Goody, right? I think it's Matt LaFleur. I think it's probably a lot of those guys on that team. Yeah. When Rodgers left, they go, okay, now it's on us. Now it's no more about the lead singer. It's really about the band.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of those guys kind of felt some sort of kind of way, not just Jordan Love, but that's not, I think the bigger carrot most people talk about is getting to the Super Bowl. Love's got to get to the Super Bowl. This 20 passes in a row completed doesn't mean diddly squat if you don't get to the Super Bowl.
That is true. It'll always mean more than diddly squat to me, being Jordan Love. But you're right. The standard with the Packers. And here's the next question.
Which
is, in order to fairly say that about a quarterback, you also have to feel like they put a team around him good enough to get to or win the Super Bowl.
Well, I think they're working on it.
No, and I would say the answer to that is I think they have. Doesn't mean it's going to happen this year, but Parsons changes
when
that.
You say I think they have, that means today, no. I still think they're working on it.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff they got to clean up there.
Right.
I mean, I don't like the secondary, and I don't like special teams right now.
Yeah. Okay. But as you told me, and I take it, everybody always has something.
Yeah. It's not going to be perfect.
Yeah, and
I need for you to be a little bit better.
All right. Window Nation.
I mean, if we could get a Mike Pryor back there, it would be great.
Yes, and you have the ability to do that. Not this year, next year. They didn't win the first year with Reggie White. They had to keep making changes. And the year before they won the Super Bowl, I have to check, the biggest change back then for you old people was Eugene Robinson.
Yeah. Well,
And
that freed up
Leroy
a lot of guys back there.
But, I mean, he was huge. And
that freed up Leroy so he can be Leroy.
So people need to think back and understand the changes that Ron Wolf felt were necessary to get. It was pretty much Dallas. All right, so we will have Gary Ellerson figure out exactly how he wants that discount liquor Twitter poll equation. After I tell you about Window Nation, I love them, but more importantly, 90% customer satisfaction. That's the key that people they work with. They can install in one day depending on the size of the job. Like I say, we think of Window Nation, you think they can do it now. Well, actually, right now. October, this is it. Last day. You got old windows, means you're back to dealing with chilly air seeping into your home. That's why this time of year, to get it done for the winter, you need it done not now, but right now. Now, the deal is that they had, but it ends today. So I'm sure they'll have something starting tomorrow, but I don't know that you can really get in touch with them. But whatever deal they have, you can always say, I don't want it done now. I want it done right now. And Homer says,
right now.
That's what you do. You're not doing it right if you don't go with Window Nation. You're not doing it right with Homer if when you talk to him, you don't say, I want it done by yesterday. Homer said you can get it done right now, Window Nation. All right, right now, we need, Gary Ellison, the way you want it to be presented as far as Jordan Love winning the MVP. It's like if they voted for MVP right now, based on play to this point, Gary Ellison would have Jordan Love winning the MVP. Yeah. Agree or disagree?
He'd get my vote.
All right. There we go.
That's I don't know if anyone else feels
the way I feel.
Gary
Ellison believes that Jordan Love is the current front-runner for NFL MVP. Agreed?
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
That was better than I
Thank you very
right?
much.
He is the front-runner.
Yeah, I will retweet that if you tag me. Absolutely. Okay. I want all the smoke.
I will tag you, Gary.
All right. Now, I, on the other hand, while I think he's among the leaders, all right, and maybe most deserving based on how he's played, the picking of ESPN, the picking of the MVP is often based on looking at the entire team. So the Packers have surprised to some degree with their record. However, the votes he might get will be taken away because of Parsons' addition to the team. If Micah Parsons was not on the Packers, I would join the club of Gary Ellison. But with Parsons on the team, a significant number will look and say, yeah, Jordan Love's doing better. But the reason the Packers are better is because of the addition of Micah Parsons. Now, so the guy who's the leader.
Now, my mom will get mad at me when she hear me say his word.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Why is it stupid?
Well, the reason why Jonathan Taylor is a front runner is because his offensive line is opening so many big holes. But you know what? I wouldn't have him because his offensive line opened a big hole, so I'm going to have to take some points away from him.
That's fine. And you can do that, but you still have him among the leaders.
No.
Right? You don't?
No, you can't do that.
When does the running back ever get any credit? You played running back.
Well, no, I'm just going by what you're saying. You're
trying to take
that's
some
a factor. Away from.
Yeah, but I'm still putting him up there
because of Micah Parsons.
Right, because of the
Micah Parsons didn't complete 20 passes in a row.
Well, it shouldn't be. I'll reconsider that because you're right. I should not use the way the voters are going to do it to determine my opinion. You're right. I take that back. However, Drake May would be the number one choice.
You need to stop.
Okay, well, he's got, again, he's a bigger surprise.
You're taking Drake May over Jordan Love right now?
All right, the play this season, who has been better, Drake May or Jordan Love? Yes, I will take Drake May. Yep, but it's close. Got over. Who's leading the league in yards per passing? Well, it's not Drake May, but he's ahead of Jordan Love. He's over 2,000. Interceptions, 15 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Jordan
How many games have they played?
How many games have they played? They have played 8.
Yeah, how many games have Packers played?
Packers have played 7.
There you go.
Well, do you want, yards?
I'm just telling you it's one more game.
That's correct.
Because he can't be losing by a lot of yards to Drake May.
Right. Yards per game, he is ahead by 3.
Yeah.
So they're very close.
One game. Yeah, one game. They haven't had a bye week.
Drake May has also been sacked 28 times. All right. Yeah, we have it up there. Repeat it again.
Yeah, so you can take the Discount Liquor Twitter poll question right now at ESPN Milwaukee on Twitter, at the Homer Hour on Twitter. Gary Ellison believes that Jordan Love is the current front-runner for NFL MVP. Agree or disagree? So you can take that poll right now.
There you have it. And we will have Fat Jack. And Gary, excellent job as an engineer. You might now get the engineer award because whatever you did, you figured out how to not be able to get it perfectly with the equipment. I will be asking you off the air. We're going to go with Fat Jack after I tell everybody about Higher Love Cannabis Company, just over the border in a car, 9 seconds over the border in Menominee, Michigan. And Higher Love Cannabis Company, organically grown, locally owned, the best in the Midwest, award-winning Higher Love Cannabis Company. And again, 9 seconds in a car over the border in Menominee, Michigan, walking, I don't know, less than an hour from Green Bay. Higher Love Cannabis Company. I got to make sure I'm accurate, because otherwise Gary Ellerson will call me on it.
No, stop.
You can't walk in 9 seconds. I would say walking, I'll go with 63 seconds. Walking once you cross the border and get to Menominee, Michigan, and Higher Love Cannabis Company. Higher Love Cannabis Company, best in the Midwest. Visit findhigherlove.com/CBD for more information. You will, what did he say he would do if we put out the discount liquor Twitter poll question?
He would retweet it. Yes.
Yeah.
Right now,
done
based on performance, Jordan Love is the leading candidate for MVP. I got it right?
Let's go.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Let's see what the vote is. We'll talk again soon. We'll give you the update when we do the post-game show on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
They've already won the game. You agree? It's over.
Well, you've already got them 6-1-1.
6-1-1. The Homer standings, not officially approved by Gary Ellerson. Fat Jack next.
More of the Homer Hour coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The wait is over. Badger Hoops tips off this month. With new faces on the roster and highly anticipated conference battles ahead, the drive for excellence never changes. From buzzer beaters to Big Ten showdowns, Wisconsin men's basketball delivers the moments you live for at the Kohl Center. Purchase your single-game tickets by visiting uwbadgers.com or by calling 1-800-GO-BADGERS. That's uwbadgers.com or 1-800-GO-BADGERS.
Homer here. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching the game from your backyard, every fan knows great moments deserve great vibes. Swing into Higher Love Cannabis Company in Menominee, Michigan. Just across the Wisconsin border, they offer a full line of high-quality, clean green, certified CBD products designed to help you relax, recover, and recharge no matter the season. Higher Love is organically grown, locally owned, and proudly one of the best in the Midwest. Visit them in Menominee or explore the full CBD lineup at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
Make the best seat in the house yours. Carbless delivers the handcrafted cocktail experience right to your living room. Bold flavor, no carbs, no sugar, just 100 calories, and all the taste with none of the extra baggage. From kickoff to the final play, Carbless is your game day go-to. Hosting friends, watching with family, or celebrating every big drive, Carbless keeps the good times pouring. So when the game's on the line, make the winning call. Skip the mixing, grab the bliss, and make every seat the best seat in the house. Find Carbless near you at drinkcarbless.com.
Something exciting is happening at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. On the second floor, you'll find the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, Milwaukee's destination for bold flavors, fresh sushi, seasonal entrees, and cocktails crafted with care. Start your day with a breakfast that fuels you, stop in for dinner that sparks conversation, or linger late into the evening with drinks designed to inspire. With flavors and drinks for every mood, the Studio is the perfect place to gather, celebrate, and connect. Be boldly social. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, now on the second floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
Is back pain slowing you down? When it comes to spine care, you need specialized expertise. At the OAW Spine Center, their orthopedic care specialists provide the highest level of care for everything from herniated discs to spinal fusion. They start with the most conservative, non-surgical treatments like physical therapy and injections. If surgery is needed, minimally invasive procedures at the OAW Spine Center will get you back on your feet faster. With a focus on treating the source of the problem, they take a comprehensive, active approach to spine health, getting you back to the life you love. The OAW Spine Center. There is a difference. Visit OAWspinecenter.com. That's OAWspinecenter.com.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments,
Behind the Bucks is Bucks history, like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
The new Piggly Wiggly Pig Points program is here, and earning rewards just got easier. Now you'll earn 10 pig points for every $1 you spend, and redeem those points on your favorite products right in the store. It's simple, it's rewarding, and it's all right here at your neighborhood Piggly Wiggly. So shop more, earn more, and save more, only at Piggly Wiggly. Sign up today at shopthepig.com.
Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig.
Welcome back to the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin.
But maybe sometimes you don't do it, or do you play an approach and know that it's not 100%? I've given you my versions. Now, Fat Jack, you take it.
Yeah, you don't. You're not going to win with it every time. It's about behavior, though, Homer. If you start playing home favorites or home underdogs, road favorites of more than a touchdown consistently, it will cost you a lot of money. Okay. I'm interested in winning over the last year, over the last 5 years, over the last 10 years. I'm not interested in winning last night, although we did win last night because I didn't love Miami. I don't love Miami where they are, so we played the under, which was an easy winner. I felt like Lamar Jackson coming back would either slow their offense a little bit, or Miami would kind of do what they had done more than half the season, which is not have very good offensive outputs. If either of those occurred, the total goes under. So I felt like that was an easier way to make money last night rather than figure out which of those was going to happen. But, yeah, I'm not going to flip over and play against something that's been very profitable for the better part of 3 or 4 years.
Talking with Fat Jack again, you go to factjatsports.com. I know you always say don't play the team, play the number. But are some teams so bad sometimes that you just avoid them? Or what happens when, let's say, for example, the Packers, they're at home now favored by like 13.5 over Carolina? Or my question probably alludes to, let's say, Tennessee or, I don't know, Detroit when they couldn't win a game.
New Orleans would be one
Yes,
of those.
New Orleans, great.
Yeah, so those are the and the answer to your question is yes. Sometimes you're going to lay off that spot, not only because you don't want to play into a bad number situation or bad value, you just don't want to have to watch the game. So, I mean, if I'm a Packers fan, the problem with playing against Carolina is that Carolina is good against the spread. All right, they're 4-1 their last 5 in the series. They're covering a bunch of numbers, and they're getting a bunch of points most of the time. So they're not winning a lot of games because the perception is they're going to be bad, but they're covering a lot of numbers. So you don't want to have to – anytime you get over double digits, that's like a beat-down draw situation where a team shows up dead. Now, I will tell you, over the last couple of weeks, that's been profitable. So you've had last week, favorites were 11-2 against the spread. So, Homer, basically last week you didn't need to be able to handicap anything. Just ask your girlfriend or wife or whoever who's the better team, bet that, parlay it, money line, didn't matter because 11 of the 13 favorites not only won but covered. That normally doesn't happen. It's more than 50% of underdogs. So to your point, you have to kind of be okay playing an uncomfortable team if you want to make money. But the last couple of weeks has not been the case. So, but understand that's not going to continue.
Right, and I keep asking that because I just think you need to tell people that's not the way to do it. We can argue on what is the way to do it, but taking big favorites is not the way to do it. How's that for a theory?
If it was, everybody would do it, right? Everybody quit their jobs, move to Vegas. It's not like they give trophies away. When you're able to pick winners against the spread, they will pay you money. The other interesting thing, I looked at Homer. Right now is a good time to reset who are the better teams in the league. I talked to 3 different line setters in Las Vegas and asked them, they power rank their teams, best team in the league to worst team in the league. And all 3 of them had the same team as the number 1 best team in the
Kansas
NFL.
City.
Kansas City, you're right. How'd you know that, Homer?
Because they figured their offense, they got their speed back, and they're kicking butt.
All right, who's second?
I have no idea.
Indianapolis.
I don't believe it. Help me.
Well,
I can't believe it.
I'm not saying I believe it or don't believe it. I just have recalibrated with guys setting the line.
Well, now, once you hear they're there, that the odds make, how does that influence your thoughts?
Well, it shows that if I don't think Indy's that good, that maybe I should be giving them more credit than I am, because the guys setting the lines are doing what I'm doing, but they're doing it from a different angle, which I want to learn more about on the back end. I want to know why they're setting the numbers, so that helps me. Kansas City, I thought, was pretty kind of a no-brainer, but Indy being second. They also told me that if Kansas City and Indy played on a neutral field, between a 1.5 and 3.5 point favorite, would the Chiefs be over Indianapolis? So I'm not saying I believe it or don't believe where Indy is as far as the entire league goes, but it's just information that helps you if you're trying to make money that the average guy's not going to have access to.
I should have said that, because there are some stats that are just incredible, like Indy's doing the first something that no team has done in X number of years. All right, before we close, you go to FatJackSports.com. You need it more than ever, given the way gambling is. I know you always have some college football thoughts. You see something that even the odds makers don't see yet. Does anything jump out?
So we're 5-1 last week again on Saturday. Saturdays have been incredible this year. All those games are posted and documented under the results tab. We've gone 4-2 or better on Saturday every single Saturday this year, except 2, Homer. We're to Halloween now, and we are just dominating Saturdays and making a lot of money. The 2 that jump off the page: Vanderbilt, being an underdog at Texas. A lot of people would look at that and say Texas has struggled. They came back in overtime. Arch Manning may not play. The reality is, the same line setters told me that if they had set a look-ahead line in the summer for Texas versus Vanderbilt, Texas would have been a 21-point favorite. So what that tells you is that, Homer, the X's and O's of these teams has not changed 21 points. Yes, everybody has seen what Texas is, where they've struggled. At Florida this last week, getting lucky. Vanderbilt beating Missouri. All that that's all baked into the line, because that's common information. What's not baked in is the fact that Texas' X's and O's, their players on the field, and the fact they're at home, are better than Vanderbilt. Last summer, it would have been 21 points. It's probably closer to 6 points now. There's some value. Play the Longhorns minus the points there. Also, Florida,
can I interject one thing? They might be better with the other guy than Manning.
That's another thing people don't talk about. Arch Manning, even if he plays, has been just mediocre at best. So what's the drop-off with the backup? Maybe it's a drop-off. Maybe it's not. What we do know is Sarkisian has figured out how to play this year, win, lose, or draw, with just mediocre quarterback play.
All right, back to what you were going to say.
Florida plus the points against Georgia. That's another number that jumps off the page at people. Why is Florida only a 7-point favorite? Florida fired their coach. Their quarterback's been inconsistent. All that's true, but we've also seen Florida beat Texas, play games close, even close when they turned the ball over. Against LSU at night, they turned it over. They threw an interception, 1 of every 10 passes, and still were in the game. Could have won the game, and certainly should have covered that game late. And so this is a better team than the general public believes. Only getting a little over a touchdown to Georgia. That's a sneaky game that I think will be a lot closer. Not saying Georgia loses, but look for that game to be closer than the number. Just a couple that jump off the page of college football.
Any last word or deal? You always have something.
$99 this weekend. I run very few of these a year, but not and free Breeders' Cup. I haven't said that. Free Breeders' Cup play. So when you sign up at FatJackSports.com, get the football for $99. Last week, the UFC won again, soccer won again, players props won again, football won again. Basketball's off to a horrible start, but it's real early in the season. But when you sign up for everything, go through the end of the month, it's about $140 a week. And this week, any package through Monday or longer, you get the Breeders' Cup plays absolutely free. $99 weekend, FatJackSports.com.
Thanks. We'll talk next.